All right, hi everyone. I'm Amy Christopher and I'm the Director of Marketing and Account Development for Domo in Asia Pacific, based in Sydney, Australia. I'm joined today by James Langmaid, the National Operations Manager at Myfreight, a freight and logistics provider and a Domo customer. Thanks for joining us, James.
No worries, thanks for having me.
So let's start by having you tell us a little bit about Myfreight.
Cool. Myfreight is a freight management company. We've been around for 30 years. We service customers in a broad range of industries. So we have industrial, medical, retail clients to, I guess, name a few of the industries. So quite a diverse range of customers. We also sell a software platform called Myfreight, which assists our customers in managing their freight and their freight providers.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about that that service, because I know for businesses that need freight services, there's often the challenge of finding the right balance between being able to develop or deliver their product on time whilst managing cost efficiency. So how do Myfreight differentiate yourselves here?
So this is where we utilize Domo to a degree. So there is that balance between delivering freight on time all the time and that cost balance, as you mentioned. So we manage our freight providers and current industry trends utilizing Domo. So we monitor the performance of our carriers, not just for one particular client, but across an industry base as a whole, and therefore that allows us to make changes to carrier mixes, advise clients, or put solutions in place that will help our clients mitigate the risk of poor carrier performance.
Yeah, okay. And in these difficult times, you know, how are your clients and prospects changing, and how are you using that service to help them?
Yeah, so our retail clients in particular, they're obviously struggling at the moment. So where we've utilised Domo as well as our industry knowledge is we've helped them set up B2C models so that they can supply consumers directly at home via shopping carts. We've had customers who we've helped move away from a centralized DC model to distributing product out of stores or even out of houses where necessary, just so that they can keep their business moving. Carriers or transport providers to a varying degree have been impacted a lot by the current situation. Some transport providers are overworked, particularly those with exposure to food or medical industries, whereas others are actually struggling. Their volumes have dropped considerably, those that rely heavily on retail environments. So this actually allows us and our customers a little bit of an opportunity in that those carriers that are looking for work at the moment are willing to do the work cheaper, but also they're going to provide a better service because they're not overwhelmed with the workload they've got. On the flip side, those carriers that are overwhelmed with the workload they've got, we can see that in real time with the data we have in Domo that their performance is dropping, and therefore we can engage with our customers and look at finding alternate solutions to ensure their supply chain operates as efficiently as possible.
Yeah, and how does that differ from the type of decisions that you were having to make a month ago?
To be honest, it doesn't. It's just on a grander scale. At the moment, it's from Yeah, ordinarily you might be making a change of one carrier for a particular lane because one of their customers is having an issue, whereas now we're looking at freight solutions for an entire supply chain. So I guess the basis of the work is the same. It's just on a grander scale, with the additional challenges of people working from home and Zoom meetings such as this and the likes.
Yeah, so what do you think it would look like if you didn't have that solution in place?
So we would lose our agility, and we're seeing that with some of our competitors at the moment and freight providers in the market, where they're having to stand down staff because they've not been as adaptable in finding other solutions. They've not been as quick to react to the change. And again, with Domo, we see this data in real time. So at present, we're still trading okay. Our levels are holding steady, and that's because we've been able to help our clients, or some of our clients where possible, to maintain their customer base, maintain their supply chain, and keep moving freight around. The other drawback to our industry is that often you don't realize your revenue until a carrier has invoiced you for freight charges. So again, a lot of our competitors are perhaps weeks or even a month behind in understanding that any drop in volume, and therefore having to be quite reactive to it. Again, through Domo, through the alerts we can configure in there, we're monitoring our clients and those that we think are at risk of dropping revenue, and therefore we can react quite quickly to it, and we can almost effectively see into the future, if you like. We understand in 2, 3, 4 weeks what our revenue figures are going to look like.
Yeah, that's so impressive, and that must be a huge value add service for your existing customers, that they're realizing a new potential around. Has it enabled you to pick up any of that competitive business?
It has, actually. Our sales team is still busy, which is amazing. I mean, they're obviously getting the knockbacks that other people are getting. We're too busy because of COVID. It's they can't. People can't have meetings, so obviously we've adapted to having online meetings and online demonstrations and the like. But yeah, our sales team is still taking calls. They're still having meetings. People are still interested. Yeah, our service, one of the key components of the service is offering cost savings to our customers. And I mean, who doesn't want to save cost, particularly now with what's going on. So, people are still engaged. So whilst it's had its challenges, we've also seen the opportunity there, and we're able to take it.
Yeah, amazing. Great stuff. So it's just awesome to hear, James, how not only are you able to use data and real-time data in Myfreight to keep your existing clients informed about the opportunity and help them to pivot in these difficult times, but you're also able to increase the value that you offer through the supply chain to new prospects. And amazing to hear how you're able to kind of pivot using data in this environment. But tell me a little bit about how it's actually helping you to run your business as well as service your clients.
Yeah, so internally, we're obviously you have owners and shareholders who are nervous given these times, and they want to understand what's happening with the business. So we're able to provide this data to them, our financial data to them effectively on a daily basis, or as they request it, essentially. And so it gives them a level of comfort knowing that our business hasn't seen those significant drop-offs in revenue that other businesses have. Likewise, we obviously we have Domo integrated with all of our internal systems. So our phone calls and our CRM, we're monitoring the volumes coming in into those systems. We've seen a drop off in phone calls, of course, but that's being offset by an increase in email with everybody working from home. So again, we're comfortable that with our teams working from home now, we know they're busy and we can see they're busy, which again gives the managers in our business a level of comfort and a level of visibility over their staff that they otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah, and that's so important in this time, right? Is being able to not only monitor performance of the distributed and a remote workforce, but also kind of check in on how everyone's going. How's that working for you guys?
It's working really well. So we've been able to move more and more of our staff off site. Understanding that we can see what's going on. It helps with perception in the business. Everybody sort of would feel that it's this doomsday scenario and that the workload's dropping and that we must have people sitting around doing nothing, when we can prove with data that it's not the case, that people are working just as hard, and in some cases harder. We've seen a lot of our top clients actually increase in volume, which results in an increase in phone calls and an increase in inquiries, or an increase in tech. So it's actually as sad as the whole situation is, we have been, with this data, been able to make it positive for our business in a way.
Yeah, absolutely. And James, how would you summarize the value that Domo is bringing to your organization right now in this time?
Visibility is the key. We can see, as I mentioned, effectively in real time or almost in advance, what our revenues are doing. We can manage our remote workforce. We can add value and assist our clients based on data in real time, and that's something our competitors haven't been able to do yet. So Domo just provides us a massive competitive advantage in quite a difficult time.
I'm so happy to hear that. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I know your time is more valuable than ever, and we're really grateful for your generosity in sharing it with us. It's truly wonderful to hear of organisations that are weathering and even prospering in this climate, and we wish you every success over the weeks and months ahead.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Really appreciate it.
Thank you. Take care, everyone.
You too. See ya.